Welcome to my Christmas home. Hi, I'm Cindy Merritt, and I'm your local real estate partner. And just like you, I live, work, and play in the Richmond, Virginia area and all around our wonderful surrounding counties. So I am really excited. I feel like I'm in a Hallmark movie today because this is one of the things about Christmas that people just love, and that's getting your own Christmas tree. And we're not talking about a Christmas tree from the front of the grocery store or from a tree lot. We're talking about coming out and really cutting your own Christmas tree down. So we are at Nuckols Christmas Tree Plantation, and we're just gonna go about 30 miles west on Route 60, and here we are. And this is Richard Nuckols. Tell me about this wonderful place.
Well, my dad back in the 60s, when he retired from the Air Force, came back here and decided, I had 4 other brothers, and he's trying to keep us out of trouble, so he started the Christmas tree farm.
Okay, so people come out here, they cut their own tree.
Yeah.
Now, will you cut it for them if they
We will.
can?
If they need some assistance, we'll give them a hand. We hand them a saw, but most people want to cut it. You know, I always tell people the first 15 years when I was a youngster, I used to come out here and I'd cut older trees for them and bring it back up. And I don't have enough energy to do that now. and they like to do it.
They like to do it.
They like to do it, so I was taking away part of their fun. I learned that, and I said, well, they wanted to cut their own tree.
They want to cut their own tree.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, it smells fabulous out here. I wish this was smell-o-vision because it just smells like Christmas. I love this. So we are down in the farm. Tell me about all the varieties of trees that you have.
Well, my best selection is in my white pines, which are the longer, softer needles, and in the Norway spruce, which is the shorter needle tree, spruce tree.
Okay.
But I also, because they're choose and cut farm, I try to have some variety for folks. So I have some Leland cypress, blue ice cypress, I have Colorado blue spruce, and I also have a few Canaan furries.
So you've got like 7 or so different varieties of trees people can choose
Try
from.
to, yes.
Okay, all right. And obviously different heights as well. When you've cut a tree and you take it home, what's the proper care of doing a real tree?
I think the best chance you have of keeping the tree fresh is to take about an inch off the bottom again. If you have a saw, take another inch off the tree and get it into some room temperature or lukewarm water, and just make sure you don't let it get dry, because once it gets dry you really have to almost start over, because that sap will harden on the end and it'll prevent the water from getting back into the tree.
So it kind of makes a seal on the bottom.
Yes, ma'am. It'll make a seal. It's also good to have a good stand that'll hold plenty of water. Some of the old-fashioned stands, they look kind of neat, but you know, they only have very little water, so I think it's good to have a stand that'll hold a significant amount of water, so you don't have to be checking it every few hours.
So this is actually a farm. We're not going out in the woods and cutting down trees, is that right?
That's correct. I mean, you know, I usually plant about 3 or more times the number of trees that I sell. So when I sell a tree, I usually, because I am a fairly small acreage, so I have to usually chop the stump out, and I usually will plant right over top, or maybe wait a year to let it stay fallow, and then plant right over top of it. So we're planting all the time here.
So it's just like somebody growing lettuce.
Exactly.
So people
just a longer period of time between harvesting.
Okay, so people don't have to feel bad about coming out here and cutting down a tree because you're growing these to do this.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, there's some of these fields that have been through literally 6, 7, 8 rotations of trees. So you almost have to shear them every year.
Every year. So then it has the nice Christmas tree shape.
The cone shape.
The cone shape to it.
What I'm basically selling here, as much as a Christmas tree, is an experience.
Is the experience.
I'm selling the experience.
I know.
You know, you have the young kids that come here. We have 3, 4th generation of folks coming here because the children remember coming here, and so when they grow up, they bring their children here. And they love the experience of running through the fields, picking their own tree out, and having a hot chocolate and everything afterwards.
It's a Hallmark movie. I love it. Okay.
I don't know who has the most fun though. I think that we, my brothers that help me and the boys that help us out on the week, I think we have more fun than the customers.
You think?
It's a great time. I mean, it really is fun because
Okay.
everybody's in such a good mood.
What are we doing here? What is this?
Well, today I was actually in the process of cutting white pine boughs to make garland, which I do in the other buildings. But this is also my wreath machine table. This is where I use a 12, what we call a 12-inch. This is a 12-inch ring. I have actually 18-inch and 24-inch rings, and I can actually attach the boughs, either white pine, blue spruce, or Fraser fir, and clamp them in here nice and rigidly so they don't fall out, because the last thing you want to do is have a wreath and then half of the boughs fall out, you know. This is my garland piece of equipment I use to make garland with. Now I make only white pine garland. Some people make balsam fir or Fraser fir, but I just make the white pine garland. Just to demonstrate, it has a wire and a string, and the string basically is the backbone of the garland. So you can make it as long as you want. I make 20-foot rolls.
So Richard, if someone wants to come out and cut their own Christmas tree, what are your hours? When are you here? That kind of thing.
Well, we're open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays,
Okay.
9 to 5.
Okay.
You know, if you come after 5, you know, I'm not going to shut the gate on people that come at 5 o'clock, but they're going to have to rush to get a tree because they all look alike when it gets dark.
That's great. So only Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yes, ma'am.
So you only have a few weekends to get out here and do this.
Yes.
So when you're ready for a true Christmas experience, come on down to Nuckols Christmas Tree Plantation, make yourself at home, and you will be so glad you did.
Cindy Merritt is nationally recognized as a leader in the U.S. real estate market. Of the more than 35,000 realtors in Virginia, the American Institute of Real Estate Professionals consistently ranks Cindy in the top 10 best realtors in the state.
Make Yourself at Home is sponsored in part by Paul Adams, branch manager and nationally recognized senior loan officer with Prime Lending, a Plains Capital company. With over 400 mortgage options available, Paul Adams and his team work hard to uncover the key to each client's mortgage success.